Hi, I'm Ciliann. Welcome to my art channel. In this video, I show you how to paint dahlia flowers in oil color. Enjoy! So we'll use the palette knife for this dahlia flowers. And we have a mixture of red and yellow, so it's a marbled kind of orange. And we'll put it down in the basic shape of the flower, starting from the bottom and moving up towards the top and center. And it's okay to have the whole marbling effect throughout. There's different shades of the petals. It doesn't have to be one straight color. It's more interesting actually if it's different shades. More towards the center darker, towards the outside lighter, like the opposite. Now make sure not to have too much paint left on the canvas, but enough to be able to manipulate. And using white paint on a brush. For this I used a brush with a pointy edge. It's not a straight edge, but it has like a diagonal cut to it. And we'll put down the petals with the white mixing with the color underneath and moving around in a semicircle. And for the next layer above it, we'll do the same thing, overlapping on the bottom layer. And making sure that pointy tip of the brush is facing downwards. The petals of the dahlia are sort of rolled up like a tube, not fully closed but pointy at the end, but sort of rolled up towards the middle. And as they come towards the top of the flower, they get smaller and smaller. So the bottom layer is like the most open and biggest, and it gradually gets smaller and more closed. And at the very top, it's like a bunch of tubes that are small and closed up more, but they still have that pointy edge. And we'll make another one with magenta. Again, scraping the paint on the canvas not to leave too much, but just enough to mix with the white. And the pictures that I saw of the dahlia in the color of magenta didn't have such a mixture. It was basically the same color throughout. And this time we're using a brush with a pointy tip. It's not exactly, that's not the diagonal brush, but it still has a pointy edge that we can use for that edge of the tube shape or cone shape. And we'll work our way around with white, again picking up the color from underneath and making these tubes or cones gradually getting smaller as we work our way up from the bottom to the top. Once again, they are overlapping slightly, each layer after the next, until we reach towards the very top and center, where they are the smallest and tightest rolled up. So this is really a stunning flower. All the pictures I saw of it were very pretty. Mostly very neatly formed. And here's the very top with the smallest cones around in a circle. And we just use a smaller brush for that part. We'll touch up these edges so that the white is less noticeable. And we'll give each of them their own stem. Some dark green, medium green, just make sure it looks like it's actually coming out of the bottom of the flower, not like it's sort of detached. And we'll use a fan brush to make the leaves. So it's a little hard to see, but the edge of the fan brush makes the pointy side, and then you sort of wiggle it until you get close to the stem, and you start from the same point on the other side and work towards the stem again. Just to make sure to leave that pointy area in the middle, where the leaf comes to a point. And to make smaller leaves is easier. We just use one stroke of the fan brush, start at one point, and it's like sideways, wiggle it towards the stem.